Our region here in the Magic Valley, Region 4, is right here in green on the map. Starting October 5th, all 4 Mondays in October will be an online-only day for secondary students. Tonight on Idaho News 6, you heard of snowboarding, but what about sandboarding? Take a look at these positive messages all across, literally from wall to wall on the pavement in front of Minico High School. One is this yellow shirt, which is heat resistant and flame resistant, and these chaps, which help protect their legs when they're operating a chainsaw. Each feather on these set of wings represents a trusted adult that students can come to with their struggles. Many of the plants they're growing here in the garden are actually native to Idaho. But the purpose of this garden isn't just what grows here, it's about the pollinators that it attracts.
This is Idaho News 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Natasha Williams. A grand opening celebration quickly turned into a scary situation at Soldier Mountain Resort today. The resort's new owners had planned to celebrate the opening of their new bike park. Instead, the Phillips fire forced everyone to evacuate. Take a look at this live view from the Grove Hotel. Current conditions right now actually decently clear compared to the smoke that we've been experiencing all day long. It's been so thick you could almost taste it, right? 68 degrees right now in Boise, 49% humidity, and there's a possibility that you could see some scattered showers throughout tonight and even into tomorrow morning, and we'll get to that in just a minute. A green level means it's business as usual for the schools with in-person classes. A yellow level means there will be a stricter focus on COVID-19 precautions like social distancing. The school district describes the orange level as a hybrid. Half of the students will continue learning here in school. The other half would be learning here online at home. That would be determined by an A-day, B-day type schedule. Level red means students would be back to complete distance learning. The district says they're still working on a final plan as to what the new graduation will look like, but say they plan to release those details to the graduating seniors and their parents first. Now, before we leave you, I do want you to take a look at these positive messages all across, literally from wall to wall on the pavement in front of Minico High School. Messages like, "We miss you, we appreciate you, you are amazing." Positive messages not only to the graduating seniors, but to the teachers that taught them as well. Education in Idaho is broken up into 6 different regions. Our region here in the Magic Valley, Region 4, is right here in green on the map. Districts across our region have kept the same basic skeleton when it comes to back to school plans based around that color-coded level system. But although the meat and bones of the plans are the same across the region, it allows the districts to tailor the plans specifically to them. As you walk down the streets of downtown Twin Falls, you can almost always smell the delicious food that Saffron Indian Cuisine is cooking. It's a little bit savory and a little bit sweet, but the owner's love story is even sweeter.
People feel like this is the food about love.
For Sanu and Rosemary, their love for cooking began early.
That's Rosemary's favorite.
For Rosemary, it began with the family business in Peru.
Yeah, I used to work for a restaurant, my dad's restaurant.
For Sanu, it began in his mother's kitchen in India.
From childhood, I have some feelings for cooking.
When the couple met and fell in love in Sun Valley, they decided to settle down in Idaho and share their love of cooking with the community.
I always think like, okay, we're a couple, we love food, let's make our own.
When they decided to open up their restaurant on Main Street, they faced a lot of challenges.
We didn't have so much money, first of all. As a couple, young couple, like we don't have so much budget for new chairs. It's for the reason all our stuff is like secondhand.
The pair were worried their dishes might be too different.
I was little afraid how they will react because the spices and the flavors is completely new to Twin Falls people.
But the couple says the community has been more than welcoming.
This community is like, I couldn't be more like thankful and grateful with God that we chose this exact location.
Sanu keeps the menu fresh. He changes it every 6 months.
You have to try different things. Indian food is not only a couple of items. That's why I cannot keep one item in the menu for a long time year after year.
The restaurant has also become a place for refugees to find work, although the couple says you don't have to be a refugee to work there.
The people who was here from Nepal. Most of them, they are refugees, and they kind of share the same culture with India.
The pair says seeing the smiles on their customers' faces is what keeps them going when it gets hard.
That's the most, for me, that's the most important thing that Saffron brings to the community, all about love and food.
In downtown Twin Falls, I'm Natasha Williams, Idaho News 6. When a firefighter does get that call to go out on the field, there's a lot of gear they need to make sure they're ready. One is this yellow shirt, which is heat resistant and flame resistant, and these chaps, which help protect their legs when they're operating a chainsaw. They also have to have their line pack, a chainsaw, gas and oil for the chainsaw, and of course, a hard hat. When most of us were in school, we couldn't even imagine trying to learn completely remotely. But when everyone was forced to go online this spring, educational coaches say first and second graders in particular missed out on some valuable phonics skills. Phonics is a method of teaching kiddos to read by associating sounds with letters or groups of letters. And it can be a challenge to teach and learn phonics online on devices like cell phones or computers. The reason social distancing is a rule in the first place is to help prevent the spread of the virus on droplets that come out of your mouth and your nose, especially when you sneeze or cough. So how is a food processing plant different from other workplaces? Try to think about it like this. Most other workplaces are able to maintain that 6 feet of social distance, but food processing plants are built to have the employees work much closer together. And remember those droplets I told you about? With a shorter distance to travel, the chances of the virus spreading are much higher. In Twin Falls and in Burley, not so much. You're still seeing some, but not a whole lot in comparison to Mountain Home, Gooding area. And if you're heading up to the mountains, we're going to be seeing a lot of it this weekend, a lot of precipitation. And so the reason that we're seeing this storm system move through is because we have a front moving in from the west and moisture pushing up from the south. If you like stormy weather and overcast skies, I have some great news for you. We are tracking a storm system that's going to start impacting us tomorrow, and then check out Thursday all day long, some high chances of precipitation, and then even through the weekend. But for now, let's take a look at this time lapse from McCall this morning. Isn't that gorgeous? And then throughout the day, and then McCall is going to see a chance of some snow from this storm system that's going to impact us here in the Treasure Valley and other mountain areas as well. And we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But first, let's talk about what's happening right now. And right now, we're experiencing those mild conditions, that sunshine,